Happy Friday.
Hello, hello, Therapy Flow community. Happy Friday.
Welcome back. If you're joining us live or just watching the replay, either's great. We're excited you're here. And today we're diving into a topic that we talk about every single day because I think that there's a lot of pressure on counselors and on business owners from many, many, many angles talking about social media, posting on social media to get new clients, good looking content. This counselor got full, this practice gets their cash paid clients from it. Long story short, there's tons of pressure on how often you should post, what you should post, does posting get clients. We want to maybe demystify and share a path and a framework to success if you're struggling to answer the question, should I do social media for my private practice?
I think I'm gonna focus on one big thing here when it comes to asking the question, what marketing thing should I do? Should I do social media? Should I run ads? Should I be here or there? What I have found most helpful has been circling back to your client avatars, your ideal clients, who it is that you want to work with. If you know your clients well, you should be able to confidently say this is where their eyeballs are at. So if you're working with elderly couples and that's your niche, maybe TikTok isn't the place to be. And so just generally looking at who it is that you're working with is a really great way to narrow in what you should be doing or where you should look. All we're looking for from marketing is to figure out where our eyeballs are at. So where are our ideal clients' eyeballs at? Just because it's a big answer, they're on Google, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram. Just because it's a big answer doesn't mean that it's bad or wrong or hard. It just means that that's where the eyeballs are at, and you can make a good decision on whether you want to pursue a strategy on that or not.
Yeah.
Josh, I don't know if you have anything you want to add to that, but really, to me, it's a simple question. Just look at your clients and where their eyeballs at.
So there are some requirements for success in marketing, no matter which area or what platform you choose. Being successful in that platform, social media, Google Ads, right? You got to spend money, you got to post organic content, there is a requirement for you to pay, for you to show up, do something. If you're not willing to pay the requirement, if you're not willing to pay the dues for how the platform rewards you as a marketing mechanism, if you can't do it for the length of time or in the volume that that platform will reward you, so social media rewards you by posting content consistently, and some of the platforms reward you by posting content consistently and at volume, and then lastly, consistently at volume and at quality in a way that will convert clients. If you're not willing to figure that out, if you do not have the capacity to do that, that is not going to be a successful marketing channel. So I think if you're looking for an easy answer, 3 minutes into this broadcast, for most counselors, it would be a mistake to do social media, because for most counselors, you don't want to be an influencer. You don't want millions of views. You don't want to spend 5, 10, 20 hours a week filming, shooting, and learning how to successfully figure out how to be successful on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. And since you don't inherently want those things, there's probably other ways to market your practice, because all you want is a full caseload. And you're like, man, if I have to do social media to get that, I guess I will. Wrong attitude and framework to approach it, because the cost of social media to be successful on it is a lot of time, daily, weekly, monthly, and a lot of time cyclically, months and months and years, um, added all together. So that's kind of where I want to start this conversation, even though it's maybe a little bit of a depressing note in terms of social media as an outlook.
Yeah, I piggyback on this a little bit, guys. Imagine you spend a lot of time and energy coming up with a really good flyer. Okay, your practice just opened up. You got a really good flyer. You take that flyer and you post it on one bulletin board. You printed one flyer and you posted on one bulletin board. What's the likelihood of success there? Some of you might be like, well, hey, it was a really good bulletin board. It was a really good spot. I made a great flyer. It was an amazing flyer. Now take a look at that same example and say, what if I posted it in 300 bulletin boards? Or what if I posted it in 5,000 bulletin boards? What's the likelihood of success there? And so I think in a lot of ways, social media and this like barrier to entry looks like that. There's a certain threshold of activity, of action that you have to do, that you have to be willing to do, and a certain cyclicalness to take the feedback and improve. Like, what if the flyers don't work the first time around? So you have to take the feedback and be willing to do that, and it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time, quite frankly. And so, guys, if you want to find success in social media, I'll tell you what it takes. It takes listening. It takes being in the right place. So are your clients there? It takes listening to see what people care about, what they don't care about, who's engaging with your information. There's not really like a formula for going viral. I've heard that be asked before. Well, guys, do you have the formula to go viral? The nature of going viral is that it's spontaneous. The formula to consistently get big, consistently get clients, looks like posting frequently, looks like posting content that's relevant to your niche or your avatars. It's staying consistent. It's producing high quality material. And once you start having these things, they start adding up. Okay, they start adding up, and then you can start distributing it to more places. Okay, putting out more flyers instead of just better flyers. Maybe it's once a week flyers at first, but then you start realizing, hey, maybe I need to put up like flyers 5 times a day to even find the minimum level of success. And so, guys, there's a lot of noise out there. Each of you are unique, so lean into it. And I guess have fun with it would be maybe my last point. Because if you're not having fun, you're going to kill yourself on why you're not getting likes, why the followers aren't coming through, why no one's commenting. Just commit to it and have fun with it. Provide good, valuable content. Be consistent, be high energy, and don't be afraid to post more. Would be maybe my hard and fast rules.
Yeah, a couple things if you're thinking about it and you want to be successful at it, with that big caveat and warnings, that we put all over this today. Number one is it's fun because the opportunity of upside is massive compared to some other places or platforms. You can, and we do know people with 10, 20, 30,000 followers, 100, a million, 10 million followers, right? There are some really phenomenal like TikTok therapists, right? Or private practice owners that have been able to build really beautiful businesses and drive a massive impact for people as a result of going all in on social media and caring really deeply about delivering quality through those platforms, right? So there is a huge opportunity and potential. You just have to understand what it takes and the cost of it, positive and negative, in order to reach those heights. And so we're just trying to reduce the amount of friction it would take to kind of get into it. And I think, as Attilio said, you can't be focused on the likes, the comments, or the initial views. You are optimizing to ship better content more consistently. That's the name of the game, is post, ship, create, and get off the printing press, the video press, right? More content that is better quality, more consistently, that brings value to your community. And if you're able to do that, one of my favorite experiences I had a little over a year ago was this TikToker that I was following. He had over 1 million followers, and I was like, man, like I tried to sort of make a video in his style because I really liked it, and I was like, I want to like model my stuff after that. And I was like, wow, that was hard. Mine didn't come out anything like his. And I start going back through his feed, and he had made over 1,000 videos. And I'm like, that's how he got good. Okay, right? And his earliest videos were like bad, hard, not a lot of views, not a lot of engagement, right? And he honed his craft and he stayed consistent. And for him, he just posted one video every day. We've known people that they post one video once a week. You know, social media probably isn't your thing if you're doing it like once a month. That's not how the platforms reward you. But once a week, a couple times a week, a couple times a day, there can be a level of success at each, I think, one of those engagement points. And then with that, as we're thinking about this, when you're showing up consistently and shipping creative work in this way, and that's the focus and that's the output, everything else will follow. So trust that process. And, Attilio and I have seen a lot of growth. We post a 20 to 45-minute video 3 times a week in different places and platforms. We post on LinkedIn and other places. And then there are platforms we have completely ignored purposely because that's not how we want to invest our time or invest our energy to grow our business.
Big reminder. So, just kind of maybe a little bit of a recap, guys. Social media is as important as you want it to be. So, if you want it to be a core part of your strategy, make it a core part of your strategy. If you don't want it to be a core part of your strategy, find something else. There's
And
plenty of other ways.
you don't have to have it. Like,
Yeah.
don't cave to all the pressure saying like you have to have this for your business to be successful. Most people inside of our flagship program are not using social media to get clients.
Yeah. So you absolutely do not need it if you don't want it. I would 100% refer back to your client avatars. So who is making up your niche? Who are the clients? Who are your ideal clients? And if you're marketing and you're not able to get a hold of your ideal clients, it probably means you don't know your ideal clients well enough. And so look back to your ideal clients. Look and listen to them. Look and listen to them. There's levels of success at any stage of posting. So if you want to post once a month, maybe you're expecting a once a month return. If you want to post once a day, maybe you're expecting a return in proportion to once a day. And so the other things to optimize for here are shipping out creative, putting out your information, putting out quality, quantity of content that's valuable to your marketplace, it's of capacity. And then I think maybe last but not least on this list might be do it and do it fast if you're going to do it. And then if you don't like it, get out and try something else. That might be my last little point is like, you can try it for a little while, 1 to 3 months. And if it's not your style, figure out a different way to produce content.
Yep.
Ultimately, we typically recommend social media or organic type content or organic type marketing after you've done a listing site strategy and you've done a paid strategy, because those two are a little bit quicker than something you would do on social media. So just recognize that it takes time.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to invest time and just make the commitment. As far as client getting, we've seen social media take 45 days to start getting clients and beyond a year and a half to really start getting some clients. So it just depends your talent, your niche, how dialed in you are to your audience, and really the quality of content that you produce. Is it what your people want?
I'd also add one last tidbit. We've seen people get massive consistent clients from like a following of 1 or 2 thousand people of their correct audience and like 3 to 1,000 views. And we've seen people with an audience of 40,000 or more, right, and get 0 clients from it. So no, one, you don't have to have a huge audience. You just have to build an audience with your people, with your correct client avatar, and know how to motivate them to reach out if it's appropriate. And frankly, the people who provide the most amount of value, um, and the least amount of like gimme, 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 book with me, work with me, whatever, typically do the best. They put out their hand openly and give something, and sometimes people grab that hand and, come back towards you. So keep it simple, taste and see your audience and your content desire and type, as Attilio said, and then if you want to make it important, make it important And I'd say the last thing is inside of our Facebook group, we do have some more pragmatic content, the 5 stages of social media and how to, get started with, some of those things. So, there are some other resources for those who are wanting to go after social media as a venue to get clients, which you totally can, inside of our Facebook group that you can search for. And we're happy to answer questions on it.
I might have one last big tip, and that's what to post.
Okay.
What to post, because I know that this is the question. If you guys want to post on social, look at the 40 to 50 total problems. Maybe it's 20 to 50 total problems that your avatars have. Come up with 5 to 13 pillar problems that they have, and then just write posts about those pillar problems. Write
Great advice.
posts, shoot videos, or do audio. That's how you do social. Look at the problems, speak to them. Josh, that's all I got, man.